You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you've had it in you this entire time.
Hello, it's the Lord of Toxicity, and I'm fresh out of the theaters watching Mortal Kombat 2, starring Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. This is a bit of a mislead. When you start to watch it, you realize that Johnny Cage is kind of similar to Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China, and in fact, there's a pretty awesome Easter egg of Big Trouble in Little China in this movie. This will be a spoiler review. So if you don't want this movie spoiled for you, go ahead and watch somebody else's review that won't spoil it like a toxic degenerate like I am. Anyway, yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. It has a lot of cool references to most of the games that the people have played over the years, most specifically the first three that I played when I was a young toxic teenager myself. Just like the 2021 Mortal Kombat reboot slash sequel slash prequel, whatever it is. Kano is the best thing in this film, although he doesn't show up until a full hour into it. The body count in this is extremely high. Many, many characters die in this. Whether the consequences of those deaths are going to be undone in the potential next movie after this one remains to be seen. But for the most part, it was pretty entertaining. Carl Urban was pretty entertaining, although I've noticed that his accent, the American accent that he does when he's playing an American, has somewhat suffered from all these years playing Billy Butcher on The Boys. If you're worried about the character Cole, who is bland and vanilla, just like he was in the 2021 feature, well, spoiler alert, guess what? You don't have to deal with him for too long because...
So, back to it.
Yeah, and he's not the only character that gets it. Like I said, whether or not that stuff is going to be, those sacrifices will be undone in the next movie is hard to say. They do leave it sort of open-ended where they've got the cool Mortal Kombat team going after the souls of the people that they lost, both in the 2021 feature and in this one. Beyond that, the martial arts is pretty good. It's not great. It's really, really VFX heavy. So if you're a VFX person, that's great. If you're not, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much as you think that you might or you think that you should. For the most part, I enjoyed myself. Went on a date night with the girlfriend, and we pretty much both enjoyed it. And, you know, a testament to the fact that it was mildly entertaining is the fact that neither of us middle-aged people fell asleep during the feature. And you really can't give it much more accolades than that. There's not a lot of character development with anybody. You don't really need to have seen the 2021 Mortal Kombat reboot in order to fully appreciate this one. But I will say, if you have seen it, it's going to make some of the stuff easier. But if you have no familiarity with the games and things like that, then you're really going to be lost because characters pop in and pop out, and they don't really give you much explanation or exposition. For the most part, I don't have a problem with that. I did like the character that played Shao Kahn. I think it's probably the best iteration of that character that I've seen thus far. I could have done with a little bit less Melina. She girl bosses it up a little bit too much if I had any complaints about that. But for the most part, all of the scenes are accurate to the games, up to and including the cutscenes in the different areas and arenas that they fight in. I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought most of the stuff was pretty accurate. I could have done with a little bit more of Scorpion's character being in it, but I know he's heavily featured in the 2021 version. So, I mean, you know, my best bet would be maybe wait for this to come out on streaming and then watch the 2021 version and this one back to back. And I think you'll have a pretty good time. But as far as going out to the theater, I'd say go ahead and you could spend your money on it, and it wouldn't be too much of a waste. I spent about $30 up at the theater, and I don't feel like it was too much of a wasted effort as far as that goes. Pretty packed house as far as that. Most people were pretty much digging it and enjoying it. I didn't hear any bad complaints walking out of the theater. It's definitely cheesy and it doesn't do a whole lot. It seems to cuss a little bit more than it really needs to. I mean, you have the real vanilla version from 1995, which always will have a soft spot in my heart for that one. So, and some of the things they said is almost laughable now because they're trying so hard to keep it like PG or whatever. Whereas this one is like a hard R, and it's most man, they're just throwing the fuck bombs out there as often as possible, which sometimes it just goes a little cringy. But other than that, I had a good time. A lot of the plot that goes on is just basically geared around keeping Raiden out of the action because he's so powerful, and then somehow they steal his power center and they go on a mission to find the one and only power center. They do make some pretty good jokes about that, especially when you consider that Carl Urban was in the Lord of the Rings films. But I mean, as far as Shao Kahn becoming immortal just because he takes some magical bullshit power stone away from Raiden, well,
Well, that's just lazy writing.
but other than that, I have no real complaints. So if you have nothing else to do this weekend and you're looking for something to go watch, you could do a lot worse than going to see Mortal Kombat. And that's me done. And I don't really much have much to say. So go out and watch it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comments. And thanks for watching.
Riding on the waves of destruction, a toxic presence, a lord of corruption, polluting the ocean, spreading decay, the toxin black, gnawing the flame, searing through the sand.
I've got balls of steel.